Here's a riddle for you. What's a warm hug in a cup? A universal language that sparks conversation and fuels productivity. You guessed it, it's coffee. Coffee is a beverage that we enjoy with our friends, family, or at a comfort of home at any time of the day. On April 11, 2024, the National Coffee Association reported that 67% of American adults consumed this beverage in the past day, more than any other beverage, including water, than 49% in 2004. It is undeniable that coffee has become an essential part of many people's daily routine. If you were to walk in a house right now smelling like fresh brewed cup of coffee, it is very aromatic. It was reported on February 11, 2024. In the article, Coffee Statistics, Consumption, Spending, and Preferences, Lark Allen writes that 3 out of 4 American adults consume this beverage every day, and 2.25 billion are consumed worldwide. Coffee is a beloved beverage with a rich history, education process, plays a significant role in our lives, not only fostering social connections, but offering various health benefits. Join me on a journey through coffee's rich history and fascinating origins. Next, we will discuss production and cultivation, and last, I will discuss the benefits of coffee. Coffee has a fascinating origin. It originates from a plant that looks like cherries. When the fruit is ripe, it is red, and when it's unripe, it is green. Its exact origins remain unknown, but many have thought that it was discovered decades ago. In 2020, Dr. Nathan Mahfoud writes in the history of coffee, the top producing coffee countries are Brazil, Indonesia, Colombia, Vietnam, and Ethiopia. The plant is actually native to Ethiopia. Mahfoud explains that legend has it that Chaldee discovered this plant in 850 CE. Chaldee was a goat herd, and one day his goats wandered off. They found this plant and tried it. And he noticed a peculiar change in the personality. So, as a curious human, he went to go try the plant himself, and instantly he felt joy. After that, fast forward to the 15th century, the plant was then traveled from Ethiopia to Yemen, which is located in South Arabia. It attracted consumers so much that people thought it was intoxicating. With the emergence of coffee came the emergence of the culture of coffee houses, a place for social gatherings and listening to music. Fast forward, the coffee then spread to Europe in the 16th century, to America in the 17th century, to Indonesia in the 18th century, and by 20th century, coffee mostly was coming from Brazil. The plant traveled worldwide. Now that we talked about the origins of coffee, let's dive deeper to the production and cultivation. How does this plant transform from a cherry to a bean? Like any other plant, it requires rich water and soil to grow. Rudy Coretti, a coffee connoisseur of 15 years experience, explains on October 2016 issue New Foods magazine about coffee production. He mentions that a newly coffee plant takes a couple years to mature. When it's mature, the cherries are then hand harvested or machine harvested. In large areas like Brazil, they are machine harvested when ripe. Coffee has 2 processing methods, a dry method and a wet method. The dry method leaves ripe cherries up to 2 weeks covered and then at night. The cherries change color and texture when ripe, and the wet method uses water to extract the cherry from the bean, with machines separating that. The beans are then stirred for 24 hours, washed and dried naturally in the sun. The final processing is hulling, which removes the parchment layer that encases the outer layer of the bean. The beans are then separated by size. The last step, according to the Institute of Food Technologists on July 2018, explains that coffee are typically roasted in large production areas that have large machines that circulate hot air. The temperatures are peak from 356 to 446 Fahrenheit. Then the roasting of the beans develop and the flavor begins to bring out from light, medium to dark, just as sold in the stores. Although learning about production and cultivation of coffee is informative, now let's touch the bases on the last topic, which is coffee health benefits. It is always nice to learn about something that you do is beneficial to you. Johns Hopkins Medicine writes, coffee contains antioxidants and other substances that may reduce inflammation and protect against diseases. You are less likely to get diseases such as coronary heart disease, stroke, diabetes, and kidney disease. For those who drink decaf, it is protected on your liver. In the February 23rd, 2023 issue, 9 Benefits of Coffee, written by Rachel Almira, a registered dietitian at NYU, writes that coffee contains caffeine, which is a stimulant shown to increase energy levels and decrease fatigue. Most of us can relate to this because we don't wake up unless we had our first cup of coffee in the day. Today I discuss coffee's history, production, cultivation, and health benefits. Coffee is more than just a beverage. It is a beverage that has a history that's older than all of us. Understanding the production of something makes you more grateful of the craftsmanship behind each cup. As we savor our next cup of coffee, let us not only enjoy the flavor, but the journey is traveled to reach us and how it enriches our lives. Thank you.